And today we have American-based Nigerian stand-up comedian Seyi Brown, who is the first Nigerian comedian to get a Netflix special on the global giant streaming platform. More details now.
When you see all these actors, you shout. You have forgotten that somebody paid for your ticket. He's sitting beside you, like, oh my God, Desmond Elliott. The guy will look at you. He will now start eating Desmond Elliott for nothing. I pay for a babe to come. He will now say, oh my God, it's Ramsey. Oh, she will start shaking. She did not shake like that for me.
US-based Nigerian comedian Seyi Brown, who just made history as the first Nigerian to have a comedy special on global streaming platform Netflix, says the infusion of American comedy style into his craft helped him to get the international distribution.
Last December, I went to Lagos. They were asking Nigerians in diaspora who have been in diaspora, they were asking them, so you've been in diaspora for a long time. That means the culture has affected you, your kind of music, what you say? I said, nah, it is true. As you can see from my accent, man, I've been there for a long, it has changed me. So who is your favorite artist? He said, nah, it's Snoop Doggy.
It just came about, me just noticing the way Americans do their stand-up, It's a one-man performance in front of people, and, they're telling their stories and their unique stories that's unique to them. So I'm like, you know what? Why can't we do it? Why can't I do it like the way Americans do it? So I just decided to, put my, resources together and, do a special like Americans do it. And fortunately, I got introduced to, the director of acquisition for comedy in Africa, on Netflix, and they liked it. And that's how it happened.
Have you noticed that big as Nollywood is getting, we don't do horror movies? You know why? It does not reflect our culture. It is only Oyibo people that will be in the safe confinement of their house, and something will be outside. You will go and look for it with torchlight. Something is, I say, John, did you hear that? You not take a, hello? Who is that? Oh my God, it's a wolf. You are not time to run. Wolf will knock you. Who send you outside? Why don't you stay in your house and lock door? That is why it will not happen in Nollywood. If I'm in my house, something is outside, I'm under the table, police, so yeah. Something is outside, oh, even if it is wind blowing your door.
What I'll say about American style is there's a lot of punchlines, like multiple punchlines. They also tell stories, the different styles, but they tell stories. But, I just like the comedy club style where you have limited time, and in that little time, you need to hit your punchline. They don't have that kind of patience. So, I just put that at the back of my mind that, okay, when I'm performing, every 2 to 3 sentences must have punchline.
I tell Americans, if you're an American here, that you see, because of how we are brought up and because of our environment, I notice that our love languages are different. Americans, you guys love flowers. You love going for a walk. You love looking at the sky. You love romantic things and poetic things. You see, that is good when you have not suffered. You understand? Having the mind to look at things that are not and calling them as if they are. And those kind of romances, sweet. You understand? Your time to look at my legs. You notice that they are not straight. This is not how I was born. Have you heard about Africans who they're walking 20 miles to school every day and 20 miles back? So you can imagine after I've done that for 20 years and I come to America, all in the name of romance, say, honey, let's go for a walk. Walk, kill you there. So I should still be walking. Why do you think I came to America? Primary school to secondary school, I walked. Secondary to university, I walked. Even when I was going to the embassy, I walked. Coming to America, I could not afford the total flight. I walked to Morocco. Before I enter boats, then the boat, and I enter an aeroplane to come to America. And I said, honey, let's go for a walk. Please, thunder fire you.
Seyi began his career in Nigeria as an event host, actor, and comedian before relocating to the US in 2008. He got a break when he had the rare privilege to host the first comedy show for Africans in America called Africa Laughs, a platform for African comedians to showcase their talent.
Well, I've been practicing at comedy clubs. I go there, try your set out, comedy clubs, Comedy Store and Laugh Factory and all that. When I went to Laugh Factory, I was in a 2-year waiting list. You understand? But, I kept going every Sunday, understudy their style and how they deliver the punchlines and, stuff, and how they build up their stories to deliver the punchline. So I've been understudying them, and I also understudied the comedy greats, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Jamie Foxx, Eddie Murphy, I understudy them, I see their style, how they build up, and, I've been doing the same thing. And so far, so good, because in the special, there are Americans in the audience. Like, a quarter of the audience are Americans, the rest are Nigerians, or people from other countries. I know people from Ghana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, they were all in the audience.
Nigerians love their life too much. So what did we do? We conducted our own research. And we found out that the dude had high school in Togo, college education in UK. So the Nigerian name has been taken out. Because on record, the only Nigerian that tried to commit suicide by hanging himself, when they found him, the rope was around his waist. And when they asked him, what are you trying to do? He said, I want to kill myself by hanging. He said, you should put it around your neck. He said, I tried, I nearly died.
Stand-up comedy in Nigeria is usually pivoted on Pidgin English, an unofficial language Seyi believes, while the current attention on Nigerian content will help the comic arm of showbiz, comprehension issues might pose a huge challenge with the international space.
Nigerian comedy can actually cross over, because the most important thing is to have that, crossover appeal. It's not just meant for Nigerians, it's meant for the global, setting, global village, global audience. So now they'll start looking more into Nigerian comedy. And of course, I keep saying, Nigerians are Nigerians are the funniest people in the world. If you have any doubt, just go on social media, Instagram, savage response. Oh my goodness. When I'm bored, that's where I go, And just Instagram generally, and the way Nigerians troll you, oh my goodness. Nigerians are very funny people. And of course, we have a lot of comedy greats, You have Alibaba, Basketmouth, Bovi, AY, Julius Agu, Okay, Bakasi, Basoj, Yibo Koko, and, we have some comedy greats. Bengadenka, the first, these are people who kind of like paved the way for the likes of us, Not that we have Teju Babyface, a whole lot of them.
Now, the ones that you guys do in this part of the world, I know even African women are beginning to love it. You're betraying the African man. He's asking me, an African, to spend more than $30 on a bouquet of roses because you like it. I am an African. I will not, and I repeat, I will not invest $30 in vegetable I cannot eat.
And Nigerian entertainment that's put Nigeria on the global positive map, like where people just talk about us and without saying, oh, we're the African prince that sent them email, Nollywood did it, Afrobeat has done it, so now it's time for Nigerian comedy, and this is just the beginning, Once we get to that global stage, like I told you, I listed some comedians who have already made their mark globally, but now we now have that platform that would announce us to the world, So yeah, this is the time, man. This is just the beginning, So one door has been opened, and I'm sure, Nigeria, they carry last. So many people will go through that door.
There are some things that we cannot be stupid enough to do. For instance, Indian movie. Somebody wants to kill you, and he's with a gun. He will be singing, and you will be dancing. And he's going to kill you. And you are saying Nollywood. The guy will come with his gun. Adam Sate, I am going to kill you. You will not start to sing. You two say, Are. The funniest thing is, he wants to kill you. They will start drumming, you're not dancing. He will dance until he will say, Adam Sate. She say, ma, which your ma? Did you see when he was pointing the gun?